Hi, I'm Aldrich, and today we'll be going through and ranking some of the most infamous last meals of all time, and getting a little bit deeper with the people behind those last meal orders and figuring out what they did, how they got there, etc., etc. No gory details. If you're watching this on a lunch break, don't want to ruin your meal. And full disclosure, a lot of people who do true crime and talk about the very serious and dark side of humanity treat it with like a certain level of gravitas and respect. I didn't do that. I recorded this in my Twitch chat, and I was trying to make jokes and trying to make someone laugh during some of these things. So if you're the type of person that demands a certain level of respect with these types of issues, I understand. Just know I'm not that guy. And without further ado, let's get into it. The only way to start is to start, and the only way to get started you know what? Fuck this stupid little fucking intro, dude. Anyways, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are stack ranking inmates' last meals. I've tried to find the weirdest and the most interesting last meals that I could find. By the way, so many people just have their last meal as like KFC. So I'm gonna put KFC as the last meal of many for those who didn't make it onto this list of 21 as B tier. It's solid, above, middle of the road type shit, right? This may come as a surprise, but most of these guys, I don't know their face. I don't know who they are. I just downloaded a bunch of images off the internet. FBI is going to be asking me questions to be like, hey, Aldrich, why did you download so many serial killers? Be like, look, guys, have you ever heard of YouTube? And I'm going to hope that defense works in court. Okay, so the first one right here is Alton Coleman. All right, give me a hot second while I look through my notes. A well-done filet mignon smothered with mushrooms, fried chicken breast, a salad with French dressing, sweet potato pie with whipped cream, French fries, collard greens, onion rings, cornbread, broccoli with melted cheese, biscuits and gravy, and a cherry cola. And I'm going to tell you guys what he did in a moment, but what do we think about this? I think this is a solid A tier. Like, he had a he had a really nice steak with mushrooms, fried chicken breast. D tier? You're smoking piss and weed. You're smoking piss and weed, Haven. Yeah, I think A tier is really good because those are like a lot of like Southern comfort foods and also really good fucking toppings. I don't know how well the freak or like the steak was done or how well the chicken was fried. Like, I would typically put mushrooms on my own personal steaks, like especially with like the sauce that I do with it. It's just immaculate. Amazing. Easy. Broccoli and melted cheese keeps this from S tier with me personally, though. All right, now let me tell you guys a little about Mr. Coleman. Mr. Coleman went on a murder spree across 6 different states, resulting in 8 different people's deaths. Dog shit person in life, but good last meal at the very end. Relatable? Oh, the fuck you mean relatable? That's what I'm saying. The fuck you mean relatable? 6 different states. He was moving. Now, you may be wondering what the Batman signal is. All right, so the Batman signal. So I couldn't find a good picture of our next person here. This guy's name is Odell Barnes Jr. So what Odell did when the security guard came up to him, he was like, hey, Odell, the time has come. What would you like your last meal to be? And you know what this motherfucker said to the guard? He said, just equality and world peace. Because it wasn't a last meal at all, Barnes requested could not be granted. So I'm putting this in D tier. He got literally nothing. He got, what do you mean S? He had good intentions? He was arrested for murder. The fuck do you mean he had good intentions? Honestly, delete that motherfucker? No. In a little bit, I'll show you why nothing is better than something. He had to look slim for his execution. He's dying that day. He fasted. He's done. He's fasted all the way through. His crime was murder. I'm still stuck on the good intentions part. Who is next on the tier list? Clarence Dixon. This man right here, his last meal was Kentucky Fried Chicken, strawberry ice cream, and a bottle of water. So honestly, with the strawberry ice cream, makes me want to put it above just regular KFC, but the bottle of water makes me want to put them below. The strawberry ice cream is pretty fucking awesome in my mind, but like the bottle of water is really lame. He was doing good until he asked for water. That's what I was thinking too. I think just because like he has a strawberry ice cream. Okay, but look at him. He's old. So there's a really good reason why Mr. Dixon is old. So he did a murder in the 80s and he got away with it until DNA testing came around in the early 2000s. In 2001, he was arrested because of DNA evidence linking to him directly. Yeah, honestly, if I was on death row and I had and I'm just like, dude, I get hiccups, like I'm not getting soda. But like coffee? coffee could be a good one. So you may be wondering, why is there a picture of a building? There's a really good reason. So this next one is actually a relatively interesting story. This picture is representing a man named Ignacio Cuevas. I could be fucking that up. Poseidon's gonna yell at me. His last meal was chicken dumplings, steamed rice, sliced bread, black-eyed peas, and ice cream. And honestly, there's nothing redeemable about it, so it's going under. As for me, it's going under justice and peace. Like, dude, black-eyed peas are fucking disgusting. Like, I don't care. Chicken dumplings is fine, but steamed rice, sliced bread, black-eyed peas. You know what? Chicken dumplings does sound kind of good. Just regular steamed rice, though, is kind of weird. But, like, I get it. I can totally get it. All right, so his crime, originally, he was a perpetrator of a 1974 Hudsonville prison siege. He was a part of essentially one of the longest standoffs in history, and he held like hostages. He was like a prison drug lord. He smuggled in fucking guns and shit. He and 2 other convicts took 11 prison workers and 4 inmates hostage. The pistols were smuggled in and bribed by prison workers who put 357 Magnum pistols into Can-Ham. More than 300 rounds of ammunition were smuggled inside cans of peaches. So that is apparently one of the nuttiest fucking standoffs since like that cult. And a bunch of people fucking died in the process too. All that for sliced bread. That's what I'm saying. What kind of bread do you think it was? Do you think it was like whole wheat or white bread? Where is fucking Neo John, this motherfucker? So Neo John, he should have his a profile picture of a face like everyone else, or at least an artistic rendition of who he was. But John had a mustache, so we're calling him Neo John. Neo John, his last meal was 2 sunny side up eggs, fried potatoes, 2 slices of fried bologna, 4 slices of wheat bread, 2 slices of butter wheat toast, 4 tomato slices, lettuce with mayonnaise, 2 Three Musketeer bars, and a package of Reese's peanut butter cups. So here's what I'm thinking about Neo John, right? His 2, like the eggs and fried potatoes were pretty good. Fried bologna is weird. 4 slices of white bread or wheat bread is fine. Toast, and he made like a sandwich with it, but like lettuce, bologna, and mayonnaise. So that's like really gross to me. I think his sandwich is really fucking gross. A tier if it happened in the morning. C tier if it happened in the afternoon or later. It happened at noon, I believe. I think a lot of the prison executions happen at noon. Or sorry, the last meals happen at noon. The executions happen at night. You guys think C tier? I'm thinking D tier. I'm thinking, I don't know. C tier sounds about right, just because like he made a sandwich that he enjoyed. I think the sandwich he made is dog shit, but he redeemed it with like the 2 sunny side up eggs, fried potatoes, and then also 3 Musketeer bars and Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm thinking of like his dessert is pretty solid. Like I'm not too much of a 3 Musketeers fan. Good things and bad things, so I think it's like actual C tier. I think it's like, ugh. You know what I mean? So Neo John, what did Neo John do? Well, he became a Nazi in jail. So that's cool. But he was also a serial killer. He was a long-haul truck driver, and he befriended and murdered 5 people during his long hauls. So he would like lure people in, and he would get them to hang out, chill. He'd be like, yo, we're chill-ass vibers, right? And there's like, yeah, dude, you're really fucking sick. He's like, I'm not sick. Check this out. My brain is totally healthy and stable. And he grabs a knife and kills them. Only 5 rookie numbers? Would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids. Man, you guys are fucked up. Y'all are a little fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are talking about like only 5 people? That's fucking crazy. He had to become a Nazi in order to seem worse than he actually was. He was a serial killer, Lyra. What are you talking about? If I'm going to prison and getting the death penalty, I'm taking at least 20 with me. Aldrich, I'm worried for your chat. Me too, Astra. Me too. Yeah, but only 5? Jesus Christ, guys. You're normal humans, mostly normal humans in society, and you're chilling. You're chilling. I promise you're chilling. You're talking all this crazy shit. You're normal fucking people. Bro, guys. Aldrich, hey, welcome to my chat. So what these guys like to do in my chat is, like trains, they have to slow down at like turns or else they'll derail. So essentially every single one of them are conductors driving the chat train, and they're going full steam ahead into a curve, and they're always derailing the shit. You see, drugs, alcohol, murder, and sex. Thank you for proving the point, Lyra. I I would pay triple for Aldrich's liver. You see, so I'm just gonna ignore chat and tell you guys this really sad story. So Joe Ardeny is a simple man with simple requests. All he wanted for his last meal was ice cream. Now this is a really old one. I think it was like early 1900s. I think like 1920s, 1930s was when this happened. So I'm gonna throw it in B tier because all he wanted was ice cream, which I think is kind of fucking based. But unfortunately, Joe was falsely accused of rape and murder. Next one on the list is John A. Bennett. His last meal was fried chicken, fried potatoes, and a salad. Honestly, it's just normal, simple. I fuck with it. What kind of salad? It did not specify. So I'm gonna assume just like whatever normal dressing is on there. Do you guys want to know what he did? Oh man, this one is oof. This is a pretty fucked one. He was one of the last people that was court-martialed and executed in the United States military. And the reason why he was court-martialed and promptly executed, because during his time in Austria, he raped and murdered an 11-year-old girl. So, yeah, so this guy was pretty awful. As a human being, glad you're deleted. Last meal, though. Pretty solid last meal. I'm stack ranking last meals. None of these people are good people except for this dude. He was falsely accused. Even Colonel Sanders on here. Not that good of a person. The next one on the list after that really heavy one. John Marion Grant. So many fucking Johns. Have you played the Colonel Sanders dating sim? Yeah, I have. Colonel Sanders was probably racist. He definitely was, dude. He's from Kentucky. From the 30s. Are you playing? Of course he was. Like, name one person who wasn't. Mr. Grant, his last meal was 2 bacon cheeseburgers with onion, tomato, pickles, lettuce, and mustard. A side of barbecue chips. He had a 2-liter bottle of Mr. Pibb. He had a half a gallon of Neapolitan ice cream. A large pack of Nutter Butter cookie sandwiches. Honestly, S tier. S tier fucking meal. That is hands down the single best last meal I have heard today. All right, so not only did he have like really fucking dope cheeseburgers with bacon, by the way, he had barbecue chips on the side. Mr. Pibb, underrated drink. Now, if you like Dr. Pepper over Mr. Pibb, that's cool. But if you prefer Mr. Pibb, you fuck with Mr. Pibb. Neapolitan ice cream, I've never had it, but it's ice cream at the end. And this man knew what he wanted. And a large pack of Nutter Butter cookie sandwiches. Bro, I will destroy some Nutter Butters. Swear to fucking God. Catch me on one of my bad days. A whole Nutter Butter tray is fucking gone. It's over. Like, that is all S tier. But, like, Mr. Pibb is Mr. Pibb. I think it's a Southern thing, probably, that people fuck with Mr. Pibb. Now, what did this fucking hero do? So, Mr. Grant originally was arrested for multiple armed robberies of banks. And he was given a life sentence. During his life sentence, he got into arguments and altercations with a separate prisoner, losing his job in the kitchen and just having general beef with one dude. So he left the scene of, like, you know, his altercation with that dude, grabbed a knife and fucking shanked the shit out of him. So he killed another prisoner. That's it. Well, he was serving a life sentence and committed murder. So, like, I guess that's the next logical extreme. But, like, yeah. That's it. Bro just needed money and was tired of that stupid ass bitch. That's what I'm saying. All right. So, guys, who's your favorite clown? It's John Wayne Gacy. Now, we all know John Wayne Gacy and Bubbles the Clown. I'm pretty sure that was the clown name, right? John Wayne, or that he did. And we have all heard of him. My favorite clown was on the screen. Are you talking about me? Honestly, W. And that was a good burn. Well done. Is it Pogo? I'm going to trust your expertise on this because you would obviously know. We all know what John Wayne Gacy did, but do you guys know what his last meal was? A dozen deep fried shrimp, a bucket of original recipe of Kentucky Fried Chicken, French fries, a pound of strawberries, and a bottle of Diet Coke. First of all, look at this dude's figure. Let's not kid ourselves. He's not drinking Diet Coke. His last words were "kiss my ass." Honestly, that's a man with zero remorse. As a human, glad you're deleted. As a last meal, though, it's a solid B tier. I would say it's above the ice cream, I would put it above KFC because he added to the KFC thing. I don't think it goes into A tier. Like, I think the Diet Coke is really fucking funny. I think it's more funny than anything else. That he was like, you know what, Diet Coke. I prefer that shit. That's so weird. I don't like shrimp personally, but You know, people like it, which is weird for me. Like, I'm just not a seafood guy. Kentucky Fried Chicken makes sense. French fries kind of depends where he gets the French fries. A pound of strawberries depends on the season. You know what I mean? And Diet Coke. You know what? The more I'm talking about it, the more it goes into C tier. Is it better than Neo John's though? I would say it's better than Neo John's. I think the fucking bologna sandwich is a weird thing. New tier, too bad of a person to rank? No. Like they're all getting ranked. I think there's extremely terrible people on here, and he's among them. Now, for the uninitiated, what did John Wayne Gacy do? Well, he dressed up as a clown to lure little boys and kill them, among other things. I don't want to say it, but that's what he did. I'm glad his bloodline ended. If you have times, can you rate James Edward Smith? Absolutely. I'm not going to add him to the list, but I will absolutely check out his last meal because these things are really interesting. It kind of tells me like who they are as a person. Here, wait. Before we move on, what was his last meal? Like, I'm down to just tell you where I'd put it. A pile of dirt. Glad you're deleted. Easy. Yeah, I'm glad he's fucking deleted. Good. Gone. Be rid of you, bitch ass. Yeah, but he got yogurt instead. What? How do you... Dude, 3 separate people know this guy and know what he asked for and then know what he got afterwards. That's fucked. What the fuck? Robert Anthony Buell. This person, I put this tier right here for this person specifically. Robert Anthony Buell. His request for a last meal was a single unpitted black olive. By the way, wasn't even original. There was a guy who did it before him. So he's a trend. He was like hopping on the little trendsetter. No, not that guy. This is another guy that did the same shit. That's the thing. I hate this. I hate this. I'm glad you're gone. Now, what did Mr. Buell do? Another reason why I'm glad he's gone. He was a suspected serial killer, child murderer, and serial rapist. Glad he's gone, and I'm glad his last meal was something so horrifically terrible that matched his horrifically terrible life. Fuck this dude. The only redeeming thing about him is that he's not Neo John with a neo-Nazi mustache. That is the only literally redeeming thing about him, and his facial hair still sucks. Hey, you reached the end of the video. I know there's more people on the list and more people that I missed. So if we get this video to 100 likes, I'll include the people that I missed, and I'll also bring some friends next time. Thanks for watching.